All right. First up, this is ORT1. It is a required drawing. Please do not try and do this while I'm drawing. It will not be successful for you. I have a manipulative here, 3 sides, top, front, and the right side. Now, when you start with these drawings, we give you a few things to help you out. You'll notice that we have 2 center lines here. You know they're center lines because it is long, short, long, short. You can see that this center line from the top view is going to translate to here, here, and here. Remember, we can always share a surface between the top and the front, and between the front and the right side. I'm going to start with this circle because it's the easiest thing for us to draw. We can see on our drawing that we do have these nice blocks here, so we are 1 block in. So to use my circle template, I'm going to find the circle that fits the best. I'm going to make my circle from here to here to here to here. On your circle template, you have little lines that help you line that up. You just have to find the right one. It may take you a few times to get there. It usually does me. I can never remember which one it is. And it should get pretty close. Okay, I am going to go with this one, 13/16. It's the closest one. I'm going to line up the lines on my circle template with the lines on my paper. And simply draw the line. I now have the first feature of my circle. You will notice that we also have a curved front on this circle. It runs clear to the outside edges. So from this point to this point to this point. Remember, a curved line changes direction at every point. That's how it's on here, so we're going to put that on here. Now this time I'm not going to go clear around. I'm going to go 3/4 of the way around to line up with my drawing. Neither one of those is quite perfect. We're going to try the 1.25 from there to there. I now have the front and middle circle. The line here on my manipulative, it goes clear back. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that up using my straight edge, make sure that my drawing looks nice. Draw to the corner and draw to the corner. Alright, we now have the basic outline. Looking straight down, or on our drawing, you can see that we have 2 squares on either end, but we can also see that the back is solid. So let's go ahead and draw the back in. Also in the same shape, we have the front. So I'm going to draw that in. The 2 squares that we noticed earlier, here and here, add those. Always use your straight edge. Neatness does count. Now we have one other feature. We have the depth of this feet. Now you cannot see it here, and remember when you're going from an isometric to an orthographic, you cannot show the depth of an angle. You can only show the change in height, which, if you count over, is right in the middle. So we're going to go ahead and put that in. That leaves us with 2 features. These angled pieces here. Now, the first thing that you should notice about those are that they are 5 squares across, but we can't show that depth. So we have to look at the bottom here and go there 1, 2 this way. So they are only coming out 2 squares. Add it here. And here. This completes the top view. Now, as you remember from our Complete the Missing Views, we have a connection between the top and the front. And looking straight down at the front, we can see that we have a nice shape right here. So let's go ahead and draw that in. We've got that. We've got a little one square at the top, which is I'm drawing this right here, and then it comes down at an angle. We don't know exactly where it comes out at the angle, do we? Not from looking at our block, but if we look at our correlation on our drawing, we can see, we can lay our scale right here to our top, and we know that it comes to right there. So after we've completed our drop down, it's simply a matter of connecting the dots. I lined it up off of the dot off my top drawing. Just like that. Now, we have a curvature on the front. You can see it here and you can see it here. But on a 2D surface, can we see the depth of a curve? No, we cannot. So it's going to go straight across. Let's just go ahead and finish up the front. Now, we have the symbol for a center line here. If we have a center line, we need the points of tangency on the outside of the circles to show us how wide the circle is. Now, we can count out here, but we cannot see it on our manipulative. We can't see how deep that circle is at all, but we've already drawn it up here, so we know that we can just simply line up our scale with our top drawing and put in our points of tangency, which are simply hidden lines. Now we have one other feature on this part that we cannot see from this angle, but it still exists. And that is going to be the hidden line right here for the triangle. It's easier to see right here. So we'll go ahead and add that in. It starts one square down, which is right here. It continues to the base and over because that feature still actually exists in our triangle. That drawing is now complete. Turning to the front view, looking this way. Once again, we've got a curved surface, but we know that that will be flat. It does follow clear across, so we'll just line up our scale. We could actually do this now without our blocks. And we will draw in our bottom. Okay. The overall height of the drawing, the top of our M, as you will, we can get from the other drawing as well. We know it is right here at this height because we can get that off of the front. So let's draw that in. Once that is in, we may add the side. We went over 1 for the M and then down. How far is the depth on this? Well, the depth counted from here is actually 2 deep. So let's go ahead and put a dot there. So we've got something to draw to. This is actually the hardest feature to figure out where it is if you didn't have the manipulative. And we're going to add there. Now the next feature we need to add are these angled pieces. We can see from our manipulative that they are 1 block deep, and we can get our height from this drawing. It shows that they are to here. We have now added in these angle pieces. The only thing left is the points of tangency from the circle, which we know from this side are actually 2 squares out. And now we have taken our 3D isometric image on a 2D piece of paper and translated it to 3 orthographic views, top, front, and right side.